What is up, y'all? Not here to waste your time, and today's honestly just going to be a quick one anyways. Or at least I say that, but I tend to talk a lot, as you guys know. But either way, we're going to get right into it, and we're going to talk a little bit about block and why your build should have block. Any build, any height, any of that. Regardless, it should have block, and I'm going to show you guys why. Before we get into that, I got to say all the stuff you don't want to hear, so let's go ahead and get that over with. Like, sub, comment, subscribe, any of them. None of them if you don't want to, but if this video helps you in any way, in any capacity, I would truly appreciate it. It helps me, obviously, and it helps the channel and helps the community. It helps us grow so that I can continue to do this and so that we can continue to have fun. Hopefully, as we continue to grow, I want to jump back into streaming. So right now we are actually at 1.97K subscribers. We're about to hit that 2K. And I told myself when I hit around the 3K mark, I was probably gonna start streaming again. That way I can interact with you guys more on a different level rather than just through the comments and whatnot. Sometimes in Twitter or X DMs or whatever, I talk to you guys about builds, but I do wanna start streaming, playing with subs, playing with you guys, and getting into all of that. So sooner than later, hopefully. But other than that, all my socials are linked below. I do have those. So Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, what else we got? I think that's really it, but any social at all, they're all linked below, and I'm active on all of them. In terms of 2K and whatnot, I'm more active on X, and if you guys have any questions about anything or just want to talk in general some more, then you can hit me up on there, but my Instagram and everything else is linked below as well. Oh, Discord. We do have a Discord, so once I start streaming, that's going to be where I'm going to have you guys jump in so we can actually be on comms and talk with each other. So the Discord is linked below. I can't talk in game chat or anything because I'm on a PC. My console is connected to a thing that connects to the PC, that connects to this and all this other stuff. I can't talk in game chat, and honestly, Discord is better. And whether you're on console or PC or whatever, you can still join Discord, so you're not excluded. So go ahead and join the Discord. That's linked below as well. Other than that, we're gonna get right into it. All right, so I'm bringing you guys right in Premiere. Typically, this is how I do this. I just wanna scrub through some clips here and just talk about block. Now, having block in any capacity is going to help you. Actually, all these first clips we're gonna look at are on my 6'3" Kyrie build that I made, and he only has 65 block. Now you need 68 with a vert, but I'm not sure what it is to be honest, but you need 68 block to get the bronze chase down artist. So I don't even have that. I didn't get any badge at all by putting my block up on this build, but as you can see here, I'm still getting a contest, and this is a yellow, I believe, maybe a 38. Let's see, this is a 38% contest right here. So I'm gonna let these play and we're gonna talk about them as we go through, but I just wanna show you guys this and talk real quick on it. Block helps you on more than just a chase down. So chase down artist badge helps you on more than just a chase down. It just helps with blocks in general. And blocks in general help with more than just under the rim. They help you get contests on the perimeter. As you can see in the thumbnail of this video, get better contests on the perimeter. Having block in any capacity, even if you don't get the bronze chase down, like I said, you're still gonna get much better contests with much better timing, just much better animations across the board so that you can get those contests on the perimeter. So if someone breaks you off, all of that, we're gonna see all types of different clips in here, but it's definitely worth having. And the smaller of a build you're on, typically the cheaper it is. So like when I'm at 98 out of 99 overall, I could still max out my block on this build specifically because it's just so cheap on the smaller builds. But I typically run a 6'6" point guard, and I try my best to get that 68 block, and I'll put it over 68 if I have the extra points. If everything's where I want it, right? We talk about it all the time, but if everything's exactly where I want it and I've got extra points, I'm gonna put them in the block, and if I can get it to 68, cool. And if I can put it over, whether it's 71 or whatever, even if I don't get the upgrade to the silver chase down, I just still go ahead and invest into it, just because again, it's typically pretty cheap and it's just totally worth it. Getting those better animations is so worth it, and we're gonna go over it and I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so right here, this guy actually gets around me, right, as you can see, but I still get the jump there, and I'm getting a 38%, and that is mine. I wasn't sure just because this other guy came in to help, but it is mine. And if you watch, that's my contest there. Obviously I'm closer, he's out here, maybe it's his contest. This is the one that I'm not sure of, but still the animation that I'm getting, right, I'm recovering. This guy blew by me, right, he's past me. Now I've probably hit Y about at this point to jump, and I'm getting a fast animation. Like there's no delay between there's less delay at the point of hitting Y and jumping. And typically if you don't have block at all, or even steal, you might be familiar with this with steal. If you don't have any steal and you reach and try and grab in the lane and you go flying, or it takes forever to recover and get back to your man or whatever it is, same here. If you don't have block, it's going to take longer to get the animation to activate just in general, and then the recovery time is going to suck as well. So I've hit Y, I'm getting an immediate animation, and again, I only have the 65 block on this, and we're still getting a 38% cover on this. He released it very early. Maybe he was going to miss either way, but this is just an example. I'm going to scrub through these clips and we're just going to watch them. So this one obviously is not on the perimeter, and I am going to show you guys some stuff. Just like, one, I'm small on this build. I haven't invested into perimeter defense at all, so I have no perimeter at all on this build yet. It goes up to 78, I believe, but I don't have any of it invested into yet. Now I'm down here, I'm 6'3". I have no interior defense, I have no perimeter defense. I do have some block, just 65, and it's super cheap again. So when I was upgrading my build, it was just super cheap to do it. So I'm down here, right? One, if you wall up in the paint like I am right now, regardless of your size, if you get good body position, you will get a stop, or you'll get a stop. Maybe not guaranteed, obviously, if I've got someone way bigger than me and all that. Like, I'm not saying that you're just gonna get a stop regardless, but if you play body position and you have no interior and you're undersized, it doesn't matter if you can get the right body position. You are going to have an effect. 100% you are going to have an effect down there. So I wall up initially, and now I jump for the contest. Little jump, just barely, but we still get a 6% on this guy, and that's just mainly body positioning, so you got to play that. But he gets around, he's in here, I'm just walling up, and I hit a quick little jump, and I'm still getting a really good contest there. On this one, he hits a Jamal Murray. He breaks me off pretty good here, right? Breaks me off. Look at the space here. So at this point, I already know that, like, I'm broken off and that I need to jump. In this situation, I have to jump. You don't always have to jump. You don't always have to hit Y. You don't have to always go for the block, so to speak, right? But in this situation, absolutely I do. So I probably already hit Y at this point from the point that I turned around. And look, I'm already coming up. I'm going. And we get a great contest. Now, what do we get in terms of the contest on this? We get a 13% on this, and he broke me off pretty good. I mean, watch it in real time, right? Boom. Like, that's a good break off, but I knew obviously that I got broken off. So I jumped, but I get a great contest here. The ball hasn't left his hand, so that's where this contest is coming from, right? I'm up here contesting, and he still has the ball in his hand, so it's giving me the actual contest. At least that's how I typically see it. If the ball had already left his hand at the point that I was here, I probably wouldn't have gotten a contest, or at least a smaller contest. But I turn around, I get the jump, and this is exactly what we're saying. It helps you on the perimeter, and it's totally worth it because it's super cheap, and it just helps you get those contests. So if you are lacking in defense, and even if you make like an offense heavy point, and if you look at Joe Knows, right? You should, if you're watching me, then I'm sure you watch Joe Knows, because I am nobody, and he's like a front runner in this whole space, right? On his offensive heavy point Michael Jordan build, he also has block. I think on his newer one, he also doesn't even have it all the way up to get the bronze. Maybe he does, but it's just worth having, and it's so cheap. It's like, why not, right? And you're kind of, especially at the one, you're contesting the ball handler and the perimeter often. So I just think it's totally worth having. So we get a good contest here. It is what it is. I don't want to go too crazy in talking about it, but you guys know me, I talk way too much, but I'm gonna show you guys these. So first we're looking at these ones on my 6'3". I've got some more on my 6'6" guard as well that I'll show you, but you are getting blocks. Even with this, I have some clips where I'm actually getting a chase down, and I don't even have the chase down badge, right? Same with my other builds that do have the chase down badge, and they have 68 or 71 block. I'm getting actual chase downs at times. Now, timing is huge with blocks, and it's really not anything I really know how to explain per se, or like teach. So to like somebody asks, you know, like, what's your advice on how to get more blocks? Honestly, I don't know. It's kind of just a timing thing, and for me, it just makes sense in my head. With the timing, I don't really know, but it's definitely a timing thing, obviously, and then, you know, investing into block. On this one, this guy gets by me, and again, this isn't a contest on the perimeter, but look at this. Now, this build does have high vert because I have the 90 driving dunk on this, but still, even if you don't have high vert, my other builds that I was just talking about, they don't have high vert. They're 6'6", but they don't have a high vert because they don't have any dunking. They're layup builds, and I'm getting blocks still. So even if you have a low vert, just having block invested into is going to give you better animations just in general. I don't know that you can have 0 vert, but like my other builds only have vert that are set to by default because of my speed or whatever else, and I'm still getting legitimate chase downs. At times, it's not like a thing that I'm getting all the time, and it's not like something the build is highlighted on, but it is something that I can get, that I have gotten, that I do get fairly often. and it just really helps with those contests. So right here, this guy just gets in past me, but as you can see, I get a great contest again on timing, I guess, and just jumping, but I get a good contest there. That's 100% smothered. Now he went up on 3 here, right? 3 of us. I want to say this 100% smothered is all from me though, because if you look here, I'm already jumping my hands here. These guys both have their hands. He shouldn't be getting a contest at all. Maybe he is. Either way, whatever, whether it's all me or not, this is a great contest, right? This is a great contest, and that's just having block. That's just 65. Like, so even if not just helping on the perimeter, I'm not supposed to be down there too often. I'd usually leave that job to the big man or whatever, but I was following him because he, kind of blew by me from the corner. But I get a great contest, and I almost get the rebound there even by jumping again. So just overall, just good. Right here, a very good one. I get the contest on the alley. We've got a 59% contest on this. And this is a really good one because, again, I don't even have chase down artist badge. I only have 65 block, and I'm behind him at the point that he's going up. I'd be mad if I were him about this contest, to be honest. I don't know what his dunk's on or anything like that. Maybe he whiffed, I'm not sure, but I am behind him and I am significantly undersized, but I invested into block. And look at this animation I get. Like, it puts me in front of him, pulls him out of his animation, and I get a 59% contest, and we get the rebound. I get the stop. And this is on a decent break away from us, right? Like, pass. A great contest. So for how cheap it is, just check it out. Like, it's super cheap on guards, so to speak. And I think it's just worth having because at the odd chance that you are gonna either end up down in the paint, you're gonna get a great contest. And at not the odd chance, but when you're on the perimeter, if you get broken off or just in general, you're going to get those better contests. I have one in here specifically where I had 2 guys, and we'll get to it, but I had 2 and I was at the wing, but I knew obviously that I had block, and I knew I could play my man tighter, but that I'd still be able to cover the ground as long as I jumped to get a contest if I needed. And that's actually exactly what happened. And we'll get to that one. Okay, so on this one, this guy hits a step back on me pretty dirty, but I jump and I get a 44% contest here. So he hits me here, he steps back, I'm shooting the other way. So again, I'm broken off here. This guy's either gonna take the shot or he's gonna blow by me and rim run. If he rim runs, there's already people down here. Hopefully they can cover for me, but I'm gonna jump because I just got broke off. I've got to get a contest at this point, just like the other one we looked at, right? So I'm already pressing Y, I'm sure. Yeah, it's already putting me into this animation. So I'm already pressing Y. Again, only have 65 block. We didn't even get a badge out of this. And I'm jumping up again. Ball still hasn't left his hand. And I'm all the way here, like right on it. Ball is still in his hand. This is where I'm at. We get the jump, we get the contest. We don't get the foul, which is another thing. When you're jumping, if you have lower block, you're probably gonna, you're gonna get worse animations. You're just not gonna get great animations, which means you're probably gonna pull fouls on those jumps at times just because your animation is not gonna be great. But if we get a good animation here, it lets me go by him and I still get the contest. We get a 44%. Not bad. I get stepped back on again right here. Now this is still wide open, but this is also something else I wanted to talk about. You're still getting I call them mental contests. So this is not the goal. I got broken off here, bad defense and a late closeout. Like my hand is still down, but the ball has left, right? And now my hand's coming up. So no contest here, but he messed up his shot. Now, either he's just not a good shooter, I don't remember. He messed up the timing. That happens, whatever, we're not perfect. But I also count this as like a mental contest just because I'm jumping and I'm coming at him, which is going to cause you, like me as a shooter, if someone's jumping at me like this, it's going to make me react and either do a bad release or whatever it is. So I think even though obviously I played bad here, I got broken off and I didn't get a contest in terms of percentage, he got a wide open, you still get that mental contest just because you're getting those, I call it a mental contest, but because you're getting that animation and you're just closing out. So like in real time, you're watching this and he's like, oh, I'm free, right? At the point that he steps back, he's like, oh, I'm free. Look at the distance between us. But now that he's shooting, I'm getting this animation that's zooming me, right? And help, like it's just aggressive. So although I still don't get the contest, I think we still got the mental contest, if that makes sense. Another one in the paint, just getting down there, a 14% covered. Nothing special here by any means, but you know, I ran in here. And again, we just get a good contest. Now, I don't know if this guy had dunk, but I have pulled people out of dunks like you saw on that other one as well. I don't know if he was going for a dunk or a lay, but even just having the 65 again on a 6'3 build, no strength, none of that, you're still pulling people out of animations just because having block itself is going to give you enough like animations and all that across the board to still pull people out. And sometimes that's annoying. And when you're on the receiving end of that, like if I'm going up for a dunk and someone who has very low to no block pulls me out of an animation, especially if it's a meter, it's frustrating. But the game is the game. So I guess like if you can't beat them, join them. And not that a ton of people are doing this per se, but I think block is worth having in any capacity because you're still getting these great contests and you're still able to pull people out of animations, whether it's LeBron layup cheese, right? Or DeMar DeRozan cheese, or actual dunks, whether it's meter or not, or just getting down in the paint and kind of being a body because you're filling in or you ended up down there, whatever it is. Okay, so this is the one, right? Clearly I have two here, right? So I've got two. And I think I said that in this. We're playing with randoms, but I'm pretty sure I was like, I have two over here. Ultimately, when I'm in rec with randoms, that's not my man. Like, if they're playing bad defense, I'm going to help when I can, and I do help here, and I do get the contest. But ultimately, it's like, that's not my man, and I don't know you, and we're not communicating anyways. So, like, I'm not gonna... Like, if I step off of my dude here, and I go and show here or overcommit, and then my dude scores, now I'm the one who looks like I have bad defense. You get what I mean? So that's just when I'm in with randoms. I try to help where I can, but like if it was a homie, I would definitely help a lot more. But when it's a random and you know, they're selling or whatever it is, or just in general, like I'm gonna focus a little bit more on doing my own job and let them focus on doing theirs. But that to say, I still help here. But again, I see that I have two. Now I'm committed here, but I'm ready. I know I have two. This guy gets put into an animation where he has to pick the ball up, and this guy's just open. So this just makes sense to throw here. And whether or not he even like decides I'm gonna throw here, like this is like a panic pass. Like, oh, I got one, he should have passed already, but he didn't. So I don't think this was like a, oh, I'm gonna pass here because it makes sense. This was more of like a panic pass. But for me, seeing it on the defensive end, I'm like, well, it makes sense for him to pass to this guy because everyone else is on the other side of the court. These guys are all in between them. I'm guarding my man here, and this guy's wide open. Pretty simple, right? This guy's wide open. But for him, random selling on each other, this guy had been open. He didn't pass to him because he was looking for his own shot. At the point he gets forced to pick it up, now he decides he's going to pass it and put this guy in a bad situation, and then probably get mad at this guy when he takes a shot and misses it, and then blame him. But that's besides the point. As you see, I'm already going here because I know I'm like, he got forced to pick it up. This makes sense for him to throw there, and this guy's wide open. I can cover this with a jump, and I'm going to go ahead and commit because I think this guy's just going to shoot it because it's a good shot. Like it doesn't seem to be a bad shot, right? So I go over, I get a great contest on this. And again, that's just knowing I have block, and I know that if I do commit, if I do jump, I can cover this ground. And this is a lot of ground, but I know like, okay, I have two, but I'm fast and I have block. I know that if I do jump, I can still get a contest on this, and I'm right up on this guy. But either way, we'll watch it full speed. I'm here, get the jump, and we get a 33% contest here. And again, just a great animation that's going to continue, you know, but I come over here and we just get a good contest. So just having block, again, like I'm outnumbered here, but knowing like your capabilities on your build, like, oh, I know I can, you know, play this guy tight, but I'll still be able to cover ground to either show or full commit to a contest on that is good. And now it's just like, it's so cheap again, like we said, and now you're just helping defensively. So even if like you have very little defense, you can help in some capacity. And even like this, especially if you're in randoms, you want to show something on the defensive end. Otherwise people are going to hate you, and they're just going to stop passing you the ball because they think all you want to do is shoot and you're offensive or whatever. Not to make this as like a fake, you know, defensive build, but you should help in some capacity, and block is super, super cheap, like I said. So, you know, if you don't have that many points, check out that block. Because again, we don't even have the Chase Down Artist badge on this, and we're still getting these great contests. Only 65 block on this build at a 6'3", so not bad. We actually get a block on this one. So this guy, I mean, I'm fast. I have 86 speed on this build, I believe it is. But this guy's going, he's going for the scoop. He probably should have went for a dunk or whatever. It's not our problem, but jump up. We get an actual block here. And again, that's a chase down, and that's just with 65 block. Now, you could probably still get that block because of the way he went and everything, just without really having any block, but 100% we got a much better animation because we had invested into block. Again, down in the paint, just definitely like undersized here, right? But this is where I end up down in the paint. So this is my man here, I believe. This guy though cut, so I figured I'd help because I'm the only one down here, and I'm just gonna press Y. I'm just gonna jump and contest to help in whatever capacity I can. I don't really expect to do much, but I jump, I stop him first off, and we get the contest at 36% with a very late. So not much to say, just showing you guys, you know, the capabilities. Whether you're small, have the strength, you're undersized or whatever it is, getting those better animations is gonna still work very well for you regardless of all of that. Wide open again, but I think again, kind of just that mental contest. I mean, he is wide open. I think he shot this confidently. He just ended up missing it, whether it's because of me or not, I don't know. But mainly what to show you here is just the animation. Again, only the 65. I'm pressing Y, and still a great animation, not getting a foul. And had I jumped sooner or had I played better defense, whatever it is, would have got a much better contest, obviously, but hopefully at the very least we got the mental contest there. Either way, he missed the shot. Whether it's because of us or not sure, but still a good animation and a good jump there just because we did have block invested into. This one, they're going for the alley, 13% on his, so they're throwing a long alley, kind of clowning in the first, maybe, you know, just bullshitting or whatever, but I get down there, jump up, we get a good contest. Again, just block doing its thing, but not bad, right? A pretty good contest for only having the 65 block. Guy hits a step back on me. I believe this was a wide open. Yep, this is wide open. This was a late jump on my part. And again, I'm just showing these more so for the animations. I should have probably hit Y about at this point, but it looks like I didn't hit Y until this point. So that's a one I got broke off, and then I jumped with bad timing. But again, just trying to show you guys the animation. This is just showing you that block does help on the perimeter. That's the point of showing you clips like this. Although I played bad defense or got a bad contest, whatever it is, this is just showing you that block does help you on the perimeter. The timing and playing good defense is on you, is on me, that's on us, right? But investing into that is going to help you get these contests. It's going to help you get the animations, I should say. So on this one, I get caught on the screen. Actually, this is a good one. So on this one, again, this is my 6'6" now. And again, his perimeter is not invested into yet either. It does go to 78, but it hasn't been invested into. I think it's on like 50 something maybe in this clip. So we get stuck on the screen, bad. And then on the roll, we get dragged a little bit as well, right? So initially we get sucked into the screen, pretty bad. Now he's cutting on the pick and roll, and it drags us, stops us from coming over. So now I'm coming over even later, but I still get up, I still jump, I press Y because I know all these things are working against me, and we still get a 14% covered while I was, again, stuck on that screen and then dragged a little bit after the fact, right? So stuck on the screen, dragged a little bit and prevented, jump, still get a good contest, get a 14% covered here just because we did have that block invested into. All right, just a couple more clips here. Now, you guys have actually seen some of these in my SGA video, but this is my SGA build. This, I believe he's got 71 block, but this is my 6'6" SGA build. No vert on this, like just whatever it's at by default, you know, but this is like one of the better like contests here. So they're getting a fast break. I'm running the other way, and this is a great contest that we get out of this. So a 17% covered, but the animation, again, you do not get this animation if you don't invest in the block in some capacity. And you don't even have, maybe having the bronze chase down gave me this much better animation. I mean, obviously having it higher is gonna be better. This one again has 71, not 71 for any specific reason. At 68, you get the bronze chase down. I've run 68 and 71, just being at 71 just because I had the extra point, so I put them there. But I didn't see a difference. Getting the bronze is getting the bronze, and I don't really think, like a 3 ball, right? We talk about it all the time. 76 to 78, you don't gain anything in badges, but there is a percentage boost. I don't think that that is the case here. At 68, getting that bronze chase down, and then 71, still only having bronze chase down, I don't think there's much of a difference. But it's just so cheap, and that's kind of just where the rest of my points go towards the end of a build, or at least at the end of this build. So either way, this animation here, this is a great shot. Like I was overshooting or whatever. I'm not sure which man honestly was mine in this scenario. This might have been my guy, I don't know. But either way, it's a good shot. It's a quick one, but we just get a great contest just because we invested into block. Like this is my favorite like perimeter contest that I've gotten actually. So a great contest. I mean, like all up in his face. We get a 17%, and that's only 17%. Honestly, I feel like it would be more, but again, just a great contest, and that's just from having that block. So this one, we're down in the paint. I get a double jump. Now, we don't have pogo stick on this build, but we do have block. Now, whether or not that helps you get those jump, I don't know if having block helps you jump more, you know, because like pogo stick specifically helps you recover for a faster jump, you know, if you jump like literally in this scenario. I don't think that having block helps with that as well. I just was spamming Y down there because I, you know, knew he was going to go up or whatever. But we get the initial, well, I jump here bad, but I jump again just because I'm the only one down there. And one, I would, whether I had block or not, I'd be jumping here, right? But I jump and we actually get the block here. So just again, block doing its thing right here. A good little jump contest in the paint. We get a 10% covered. But again, I mean, this is a bad take on his part. I'm in front of him the whole time. Maybe he thinks, you know, he's got size on me. I am on a 6'6" though, so I'm not significantly undersized. I don't know if he had dunk or what the case is, but the main thing, I'm getting the animation that I'm getting here just because we invested in the block. And I keep saying that, but that's all there is to say in this video. It's just investing in a block in any capacity is going to get you much better animations. And the animations, again, you can pull people out of layups or dunks and all of these things just by having a little bit of block. Like I have silver chase down and that's it. So a good shot contest there, we get a 10%. Right here, we get an actual block. This is a clutch one. Still a good block. This guy gets the slip. And again, just an actual block here. And this would actually be a chase down, you know, but collapsed in on the pass and we get the actual block here. We get the rebound and we're on our way. Again here, just a good one in the paint. This isn't, again, it's not always perimeter that I'm showing you. Having block in general is going to also help with chase downs and in the paint as well. The main focus of the video is supposed to be on the perimeter though, but still just going to show you guys these things just to show you whether you're undersized or not, whether you've got the strength or not, whether you've got interior or not. If you have block, it can help you a lot and it's very, very cheap. So good contest here and we get the rebound. So not bad. Again, just right place. I mean, this isn't a great take by this guy. I'm in front of him. If anything, you know, if he has super high dunk, a little bit of patience, maybe a pump fake and then a meter dunk on my head would have probably been the better option. But I'm not sure if this guy was like a point guard or what he was, you know, if he had standing dunk like that, or at the very least, you know, a kick out. I'm in front of him. My body is in between him and the rim. So regardless of block, right? Regardless of having block just in general, if you're down here in this paint and you just wall up, then you're also going to probably, you're going to get a stop as well in this scenario. Just because you've got the positioning, you're in between them and the rim. And if you just wall up and you stand there, it's actually usually the better thing to do, because a lot of the times if you're down there on the mismatch and you jump, you're going to get smoked. You're going to get a meter on your head. But if you're down there and you wall up, you could actually just pull them out of the animation just by standing there, or at the very least, you know, they don't go up and maybe they get a 3 seconds. So good little contest here. This is a good one as well. We get a 26% covered. Now, again, this guy hits me with a step back here. A good one. He's got some good space there. Almost stepped out of bounds, but some good space here. He's already setting his feet to shoot. I'm pressing Y. So I'm already pressing Y to make up for the space that he just created. Pressing Y. I'm getting the hand there. Should this be a contest? I don't know. I mean, like, contests are weird, you know, but whatever. I mean, I'm here. I mean, that's some type of contest, but also like in real life, I think like his arm's probably blocking me. He doesn't even see me. I'm probably not even a worry to him at all, but this is a video game, so whatever. But again, we just get a great contest, a 26% contest right there. So he creates great space. You know, this is good. And if I didn't have block here, I don't think I get this contest at all, just because the animation would be too slow. I wouldn't be able to recover in time. But having the block invested into is helping me get that contest on the perimeter and giving me that great animation and this great jump. I mean, we're hand to hand at this point. So all in all, just totally worth having. We've got one more clip in here for you guys. And I actually think I have one from my point center as well that I'm going to go grab real quick so I can show you guys that. It's been in multiple videos, but I just want to show it here as well. Okay, so this is the last clip I wanted to show you guys. So this is my 6'8" point center, and I have silver chase down on this build, I believe. Now, I'm a big believer in silver chase down. I personally wouldn't invest in a block any higher than that, just because I get a ton of blocks with that, and then I get to save points and put them elsewhere. It's not that gold or Hall of Fame isn't worth it, because it is, and as a big man, you're going to get a lot more snatch blocks if you do invest into that higher. So just to get that out of the way and say it, but I'm a big believer just in the silver chase down, and for me, and then just being, you know, a little bit more well-rounded, I just like going that way. But this is a silver chase down artist on this build, and this is kind of the first time I saw block really help me on the perimeter. So I'm here on this guy, right? But obviously this guy's open, and I'm playing actually with Jay Sandy on his 7-foot Joker build. That was the video we did the last video on. This is a different variation of it. It's not the final tweaked version that we just posted the video of, obviously, because this is a while ago, 2 seasons ago this would be. At this point, I showed here, I helped, but he's 7 foot and he's got more block and he's stronger, and like it makes more sense to let him take this guy into the paint, and for me with my speed, my perimeter defense, to get out here to the perimeter. So that's what I do. I peel off here and I run out to this guy, and look at this. Now that is the first time that like I said, the first time I really saw block help on the perimeter. This is before like I knew like, oh, it helps you on the perimeter. And even when this initially happened, I didn't even really put it together. It wasn't until, you know, a season later when people started talking about it that I looked back and saw this clip, and I was like, oh yeah, like it must, because look at this, you know. And that kind of was my final push of like, I'm just gonna put it on a build and see what it does. But look at this. He gets out here. Now I've got a like 80 vert or something on this build, but again, only the silver chase down. But look at the point so he's cocking that hand back, right? He's cocking that hand back like right now, right? You can see it. So look at how far we're at the elbow. Dude's a decent step behind the 3-point line, and I'm pressing Y right here. And look at this animation, dude. We get an actual block. I've actually never seen a block like this really anywhere else, I don't think. This is a funny one, but if you don't think block helps you on the perimeter, or what I showed you so far isn't enough, look at this clip just one more time. I mean, silver challenger pops up there too. So, I mean, I don't think chase down pops up here, but having block, like challenger doesn't get you contests like that. Don't think that. Challenger is a great badge and it helps with the percentage of a contest 100%. But I'm getting that animation because of my block being invested into. So if you didn't believe me up till now, hopefully that clip proves it to you, because I mean, I smacked that thing on the perimeter as well. So that's really it, guys. I just wanted to talk about it real quick. I probably talked too much because that's how I am. You guys know how it is. Sorry that it took a little bit longer to get this video up. I was sick, and then literally on the last day of me being sick, the following day, I had homies coming to town, and then we had to do a bunch of stuff for the brand and take a bunch of, you know, content and photos and do all that. And they were here for like 4 or 5 days. So we did all that. And then right when they left, I took one more day of rest because I'm sick and my lady's sick as well. So we just took one more day of rest. But here we are. We're back. I'm not stopping. We're keeping it going 110%. Real life and some sickness just took a hold of me. But yeah, I do have a brand. I don't promote it here. It's kind of something completely different. But if you're into it, pretty much everything I wear is my own stuff. Like this beanie and this shirt with the F all y'all on the sleeves and whatnot is all my brand. And again, if you look down at our social medias, that everything's linked below. My personal account's down there, but on my personal account, I have links to the brand and whatnot as well. So either way, a like, a comment, a sub, anything. If this video helped you in any way, in any capacity, drop a comment. Let me know any videos that you guys need or that you haven't seen out there. I would love to make something specifically that you guys need if it makes sense. So go ahead and let me know. Other than that, I will catch you guys in the next one.